That's what we have to practice today, the Celina Pompeani shimmy.
We are shimmying into hump day, David.
Yes, it is Wednesday. And let's put up the countdown clock because we are one day away from Heather Abraham's return.
There it is.
There's Heather and little Rocco there.
Wow.
She comes back from maternity leave tomorrow, and we have some surprises planned.
It's a big day. And I bet Heather is sitting at home. Hopefully, I bet she's watching. Hey, Heather. And
text us.
Yeah, are you watching, Heather? We have our phones. But I bet she is thinking about tomorrow and thinking, ooh, I like that sound.
I love the sound effect for Heather's back in one day.
It's Rocco making noises and crying, right?
Yeah. Although
I don't
Rocco
know.
is so quiet all the time.
He
I
is.
don't think I've heard Rocco do this.
He's so well behaved.
He's very well behaved.
But I bet she's wondering, where did the time go? Wow.
Yeah.
That went fast.
3 months, it flies by, I'm sure. Yeah. So anyway, tomorrow, join us for that. And the first thing we want to talk about today is Halloween yard displays. And there's one Halloween display that it's in a suburb of Boston. It's attracting a lot of attention. In fact, there's some controversy over it. So what we want to do is show just a portion of a report from a reporter named Tiffany Chan, because she sets this up so well. So watch this, and then we're going to discuss it. So see what you think.
This home along Liberty Street in Braintree definitely catching a lot of eyes, and how can you blame people? Look at all of this Halloween display, from the haunted trees to the ghouls and goblins, but what has one neighbor fed up are the talking pumpkins. One Braintree family turned their Liberty Street yard into Halloween town.
Just seeing the joy in my own kids is like what makes this all worth it.
We will delight.
From a spooky graveyard to a trio of talking pumpkins.
I don't know, what?
The house is a projector and a surround sound system for all 4 speakers.
Kool-Aid.
It's the noise that has the family next door a bit annoyed.
It's too loud. It upsets my husband because our bedroom is right outside their driveway.
After that complaint, Denise McDonough and her 4 children decided to go bigger and louder.
Maybe a little bit of spite.
Why don't you spend more money on taking care of your yard as opposed to making the neighborhood look cheesier?
Yikes!
Oh, no.
It is on in that neighborhood.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she got even more angry.
I don't know.
She went
That's
more.
I mean, I think the display is really, I love the pumpkins, but I also can understand the people living next door, like, you know, especially if maybe they have a health issue or maybe they need to go to bed early, maybe they work for the morning news.
Yep,
and,
I could see that side.
And all this commotion.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that the one neighbor said, well, we put up even more when we knew she was annoyed.
Wow.
It's not good.
I'm all about the Halloween decor. Any decorating for any holiday, I love it. But I do see her side, maybe just a little bit, you know, not as loud. They could tone down the
or maybe have like a
sound
time
effects.
where it turns off.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe
that
at
would be
9
good.
o'clock or something. I don't know. Anyway, no yard display controversies here in our area, at least that we know about, but we want to see your display photos. So if you really have a spooktacular yard, send us a picture. And that is what Jenny did. Jenny is from Robinson Township, and so she says she does this every year, and she has like a steaming cauldron there somewhere, I'm not sure where, but she does it upright, and she gets a lot of fun out of it. So send us your pictures on our PTL Facebook page under the comments section there, and we will share local displays.
Yeah, I love Halloween so much. I can't believe it's a couple of weeks away now. Are we dressing up?
I hope so.
We are dressing
Team
up.
PTL should dress up.
I think so too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what we'll
we'll need
dress.
some
Will we have a
suggestions.
theme? Will we, you know,
Oh.
yeah. We'll have to figure that out.
I'm down for anything, David.
I love that
You
about
tell
you,
me and I'll
Celina.
do it.
Well, the other day, we showed you the amazing Halloween decorations at Angelo 2's in Monongahela. So it's a restaurant there, but we now have video at night.
Wow.
So
That's fabulous.
the lights on this, they did a great job not only decorating, but making it stand out at night. So this is the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, and then all these sort of serpent arms that are coming out of the windows. And I don't know how they, you know, and they say they're not done yet.
They're not done.
They're still decorating. So we're gonna have to
Wow.
keep checking in on Angelo's too and see.
I don't know how they keep up with it. I mean, I guess, you know, before maybe that people come later in the afternoon or they're coming for dinner, is that when I feel like they would deflate. No?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
I mean,
an
I don't
interesting
know.
question.
I've never had decorations similar to that where you have, you know, blown
Right.
up
Right. Maybe there's an air pump that keeps pumping air in case, or maybe they're just really sealed really tightly. I don't know. We may have to go and investigate.
I'm curious, though. I imagine that would be a lot of work because there's so many different pieces to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It is
we wanted to show it. All right, and if you want to do something spooky with your social media, maybe switch it to dark mode. Instagram is now rolling out a dark mode option, but if you have an iPhone, you need the operating system 13, which I don't have, so I wasn't able to get this. But we want to show you what dark Twitter looks like. So in case you don't know what I'm talking about, this is our Pittsburgh Today Live Twitter page with the background being dark. So it actually, they say there are a lot of advantages to this, and apparently one is less eye strain, saves your battery, and people think it looks kind of chic.
I think it looks chic as well. And I did upgrade my phone, so I do have that latest version.
Oh, you have the dark mode for Instagram?
Yes, and I did have
You have all the best toys before the rest of us.
Well, I did have the option while I was setting up the new update and the new version to choose that, and I didn't, but I may go back and do it because no matter what time of the day, my brightness is also always turned up all the way, and it does hurt my eyes at night. I just never got in the habit of, well, now I am, but bringing it down like that. But I think I may try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Report back to us and see,
I'll let
see
you
what
know.
you think.
I think it is cool, very chic.
You can't do it on Facebook yet, but apparently they're
can't.
working on it with Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to tell you about a couple and their dog who are doing something good. They have created a campaign called Be Remarkable, and they're traveling around the country getting people to realize that we're all remarkable in different ways. And they are in Pittsburgh right now. I had a chance to meet with them. This all started with their dog, Judge. You see him there. He has a dark birthmark right on his nose there, and that sort of inspired the couple. They call him Judge the Remarkable Golden because he's such a great dog. The couple is Veronica and Brian Peterson, and they started asking people in their hometown of Reno, Nevada, what makes them remarkable. It got people to say what they feel about themselves that is remarkable, and then something started to happen. Listen to Veronica.
It's called the Remarkable Golden, and it's inspired by our golden retriever Judge, who's got this big black birthmark on his nose. And we decided, how cool would it be to challenge people to see their own remarkable traits? And so we started just by going around our community, Reno, and asking complete strangers to answer the question, what makes you remarkable?
And they were so excited about the results that they were getting. Veronica quits her job as a lawyer. Now they're traveling around the country with Judge. They sold their house in Reno to pay for this trip, and they talk to kids in schools about how remarkable they are in different ways. And there's something really about questioning people, that question, throwing it out to people, that I think is so interesting. So I asked Veronica about that.
You know, some of them were brought to tears by the question because it's a tough question. It's hard. What makes you remarkable? It catches people off guard. Because
it's sort of like you want to be modest and not say that, but what have you gotten as response?
Oh my gosh, we've gotten incredible responses from people overcoming cancer and other diseases, people overcoming addiction. You know, we've had people we met who've been to prison and who've totally changed their life around.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it's fun to listen to her talk about it because you feel her energy for this and what they're up to. So I met them in Lawrenceville. They had gone to Arsenal Middle School. I tried to get an interview with Judge. He did very few words, but anyhow, they want kids to know that everyone deserves respect. And if you like what they're doing, they have a Kickstarter actually. We have a link to that, and they're Steeler fans. So,
Steeler fans.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I love this too, David, but that is a really hard question.
I know.
If you answer what makes you remarkable.
I think we're going to have to think about it and try to get back to people. Because it's hard to, but she says it brings out wonderful things in people when they realize they're special in different ways.
Yeah, that's cool. I love Judge. I love his birthmark.
Yeah, he's a cutie pie.
He is a cutie pie.
Well, we want to let you know about something else that's pretty remarkable. New chocolate bars that are going on sale today, and it's for a very good cause. These Yinzer chocolate bars go on sale in 10 area Giant Eagles. They're also going to be at Laurie's Hallmark stores and the Heinz History Center. These are from the same folks who make the Yinzer greeting cards, and they have funny wrapping. Like, for instance, they have Franco Harris on one, and it says the Immaculate Confection.
And we have it here.
We have it there. And there's Sarah's chocolate. The best part is that the money raised goes to an important cause. It is called It is called Spencer's Fund.
Yeah, Spencer's Voice Fund.
Yes. And we talked with his mother yesterday, and the deal there is that Spencer died from an accidental drug overdose 2 years ago. And so his mother created this foundation to try to educate other people. So part of the money raised goes to help with that foundation. So it's a great local cause that could help a lot of people. They go on sale today, and then tomorrow we're going to talk to the creators of these chocolate bars. They also do the Yinzer greeting cards, so we'll have them on the show tomorrow. So watch
so you can get these right now. They're $2.99.
Starting today, $2.99.
$2.99.
Yeah.
I'm ready to dig in.
I think we should open it up
I think
now,
we should
Celina.
too.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, David.
All right. We had better quit gabbing because there is a lot more show to get to here coming up here on PTL. Rainia Harris is here. It's October, so she's cooking up an incredible Oktoberfest feast. We'd better be hungry for this. Maybe we shouldn't eat the chocolate right
we
now.
should save that for dessert. And if you need ways to burn off the calories, we have the perfect idea. It's also a way to celebrate the start of the new hockey season for the Pens, and it honors the legendary Mario Lemieux. We are going to learn all about that coming up after the break.
And then a little bit later on, animals in jeopardy, finding a loving new home. We'll take a trip to a local ranch where farm animals are finding new beginnings, and so is the couple that owns the farm. We'll have that story for you coming up. Stay with us for that and a whole lot more as we continue Pittsburgh Today live on this Wednesday, October 9th. Just one day until Heather Abraham returns.
She's up. She texted me.
She texted
Hey, Heather.
you.